I'm Emily and welcome back at my channel. It was a race week. It was British Grand Prix and let's talk about it because I made a little bit of notes to say at least. And also, to say at least, it was interesting race. So let's start from the beginning. I was thinking that everyone will start from Inters because the track was wet. But no, after formation lap, 5 drivers decided to change tires for slicks. Interesting choice. And Piastri said that most of track is generally dry, but the last sector is definitely not for slicks. And also Franco is starting from pit lane, so technically 6 drivers was about to start from pit lane. But I think that Franco doesn't even start the race, or I just missed something. But I think that he doesn't even start the race. So the drivers who change tires for slicks are George, Charles, Isaac, Gabriel, and Oliver. So yeah, at the lap first, Liam and Esteban had a contact, and Liam was out of the race. Esteban said that he's having a damage, but he finished the race. At lap 2, we was having virtual safety car because of Liam, of course. Lap 3, and Kimi changing tires too hard. And once he went out of the pit lane, he also went out of the track for a moment, but he did. Lap 4, Bortoletta is getting into the gravel and into the barriers, so he's also out of the race. Before he was out of race, he went back on the track and drive for a little bit more, but then he got the information that he needs to retire the car, so he did, and it was a virtual safety car again. After that, we got information that rain will start in 10 minutes, and in expectations, it was the light rain for 4 laps and then heavier rain. But how it goes, you will find out in a moment. At lap 7, Stroll changing tires for softs. Okay, it's not my car. It's not my car. I'm not going to comment it because it's not my car. But I wouldn't do that. If I were him, I wouldn't do that. At lap 8, Oscar overtook Max and became a new leader of the race. Then Charles overtook Kimi, and Kimi changed tires again from hard to inters. At lap 11, Lance, Charles, and George changed tires for Inter, and that was the best moment to do that because literally half a minute later it started to rain, but it wasn't light rain. It started to raining pretty hard, so it was like the last moment for them to change tires from slicks to Inter, and they did it. So good for them. Lando overtook Max because Max went out of the truck for a moment, but then Lando, Oscar, and Max went to pit lane to change tires, and that position which Lando took from Max was given back to Max because Lando's pit stop was terrible. Terrible to say at least. I don't remember the last time I saw that long pit stop. Seriously. More than 5 seconds. What are you doing? What are you doing? At lap 13, the rain, that was such a hard rain, like a wall of water. So Leclerc get out of the track for a moment because he said that he couldn't see anything, and he just cut the corner and went straight and get back on the track, of course. But I mean, literally, he just get out of the track, got into the gravel and then on grass, and then he went back on the track in the one straight. Then was first safety car, but it wasn't the safety car because someone was on the track. Probably the conditions were too bad to drive safely, so it was safety car for 4 laps. And when safety car end, Hamilton overtook Ocon, and also Russell overtook Ocon. Charles overtook Kimi, and Hajar went into the wall. So we were having, that's correct, another safety car. Jesus. Hajar, he didn't just casually went into the wall. No, he hit the back of Kimi and then went into the wall. From what I remember, it was no future investigation about it because when I saw the replay, okay, I know why Hadar get into Kimi because he couldn't see anything. It was like white screen before his eyes. So I know why he got into Kimi, but still, if it's raining and if you can't see anything, why are you driving so fast? Why are you driving so fast? It's risky. I mean, I know that sport is generally risky, but usually people don't trying to kill each other on the track when it's rain. I mean, when it's rain, you generally have that in your mind and you're driving slower. Never mind. Never mind. At lap 22, safety car getting out of the track. And also, Max is spinning on the track. I mean, it was something more like a half spin, but he did. Max, after his spin, went into 10th position. For a moment, for 11th, he stopped at 10th position. And also, during this second safety car, Oscar breaks down too much, and Max overtook him. And then he said that to his team, and his team sent it to FEI just to remember at the moment. As well, Oliver made a spin, but it was from Yuki's fault, and that also was reported. Lap 24 and Lewis getting out of the track for a moment, Russell overtaking him. Then, at lap 25, Oscar got 10 seconds penalty. And my favorite part of that race was Zach's comment about it. He said, I mean, I'm not going to quote everything because it was too long, but my favorite part was, it is what it is. Okay. It is what it is. Kimi out of the track, he got retired. Then, after 2 laps, Yuki getting also 10 seconds penalty for causing a collision. Lap 35 was pretty important for Nico because he overtook Stroll and got into the podium. Stroll was also overtook by Hamilton, but it doesn't really matter. Verstappen overtook Carlos, getting 9th position. And from I can see in my notes, when the track started to dry, nothing really interesting was happening. I have only the fastest lap from Lando, Oscar, and then Lando again. Alonso was the first who changed inters for slicks, exactly mediums. The second driver who changed tires to slicks was Russell, and Alonso and Russell was struggling. Who could know that? Who could know that it's not a good idea to change tires from inters to slicks when the track is still wet? In consequence of changing tires to slicks, it was yellow flag because Russell spun out of the track. He finished the race on 10th position. Most of drivers starting to change tires on lap 42. Alonso changed tires on lap 38, so it's 5 laps. In 5 laps, the track can dry for like half more. At lap 42, Hamilton, Stroll, Verstappen, Gasly, Berman changed tires. Stroll and Hamilton changed tires to softs, and the rest of them changed for mediums. Next lap, Leclerc changed tires to softs. Albon and Ocon changed tires to mediums. And Hülkenberg changed tires as well, but I don't have the color of them. I have no idea on which he changed. At lap 44, Piastri get into the pit to wait 10 seconds for that penalty and change tires to mediums. And it was like on the radio said to Lando that when we will taking Oscar to the pit, you're not going to pit because Oscar has penalty and we have to wait before we will start changing his tires. So Lando changed tires on the next lap, also for mediums. Piastri was out of the track for a moment, and at the end of the race he made fastest lap. And the podium was Lando, Oscar, and Nico. And Oscar was so frustrated. He was so frustrated about it. He was even talking on the radio. I don't want to lie, but he said something like, if you think that the penalty wasn't right, then let me and Lando swap positions. McLaren didn't do that, but it was something like that. Oscar said something like that during the race. He said on the interview that he's not going to say anything because he will get himself into trouble. I don't remember when I saw Oscar that frustrated. So that was the part when I talk about the race. And right now, let's see how my predictions went. Pretty bad, actually. Apart from my video, I have the results from that race. I will look down because I have a laptop here. After I record that video, and after, because I was editing that video on Saturday, I was editing it after the qualification and after free practice 3. And looking at it, I knew that I'm not a good person to making my predictions, because it was second time when I was talking about my predictions, and second time it went terrible. Who will be on the podium? I think that on the podium will be McLaren and Ferrari, maybe Mercedes. No, no, Emily. In fact, it was McLaren, but the third one was Kicksauber, Nico. I mean, I like Nico, and I was so happy for him. Who will be in points? McLaren's, Ferraris? I mean, McLaren's are correct, but Charles was 14th, so it's definitely not in points. I think that two Mercedes as well. No, because Kimi did not finish the race. I would say that two Racing Bulls, two of them, did not finish the race. Red Bull, one Red Bull. Okay, that's correct. Alex Albon. But I wouldn't be surprised if that person would be Fernando Alonso. And that you have like halfly correct, because I choose two teams. I choose Williams, and I said that it will be Alex. And I choose Aston as Fernando. I was actually correct in two of them because Alex was in points and Fernando also was in points. But apart from them, in points was actually Pierre Gasly, where at the beginning I said that in my head, there is no chance that Alpine will make points. They did. I didn't took Kick Sauber as someone who could make points, and one did because Nico did. And actually, in points was two Aston Martins, not only one. And yeah, actually, that's all. I was right with Haas because I said that I think that the two of them won't be in points, and actually they won't in points. But mostly I was wrong. I mean, maybe not mostly, but the part of it was definitely wrong. So yeah, at the end, I would like to say that I'm feeling that with every single video I'm recording, I'm more comfortable, and I think you can see it because the way I'm not that stressed inside. I'm not that tensed up. I'm also have a feeling that I'm talking more, and definitely I'm talking faster. Maybe not always, but mostly. I just have a feeling that I kind of getting into that, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I think that's all for today. I hope that this video, I mean, if you like it, you can like it or subscribe me, but it's not necessary. I mean, it's your choice. Also, you can share your thoughts about that race in comments. And yeah, I think that's all. And I'm not sure when I will post next video because I'm going to holiday this weekend and I will be in a place where it's pretty noisy and I don't have an internet there, so maybe I will be able to record something, but definitely not to post it. So I probably will upload a new video after the Belgian Grand Prix, and I will probably record similar video to this. That can be also interesting race because in Belgium it's also usually raining. And as everyone knows, the most thing are happening when it's raining. I mean, it's pretty obvious. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time. Love you all. Bye bye.